Welcome, ACHA hockey fans, here to the men's D3 National Tournament. We're on the first day of pool play. We've had already 2 games to be played on this sheet of ice. This is the third of 4 of the day. We've already even had a Pool A game played this morning, and that's the pool we're in here for this game against with Central Florida and Farmingdale State, and it should be a good one. Farmingdale State, the number 1 seed out of the Atlantic region, and then you have UCF, the number 4 seed out of the Pacific region, so it should be a really good game. And UCF had some close games down in regionals to get here. They beat number 7 Georgia Tech 4-3, and then beat number 4 Kennesaw State 2-1. So they had some close games on their way down here. They made it. They were here last year as well. They didn't fare as well as they would like, as well as Farmingdale State was here last year in the Nationals. Pool A is one of the toughest, in my opinion, due to those 2 reasons. This pool has 3 returning teams from Nationals last year. The team that didn't make Nationals was Grand Valley. They won earlier today in a fantastic game. And we are ready here for puck drop. 60 minutes of hockey in front of us here between Farmingdale State and UCF. Farmingdale State wins the draw, and then it's number 7, Brisgornia, just taking a huge hit into the boards. Farmingdale State controls it back in their own zone. It's Brisgornia on with it on his stick, moving it up ice now to the right side circle. It's Wager. Wager now plays it back behind the net of the goaltender. Far side boards, it's the captain for UCF bringing it up ice. He gets sandwiched in between 2 guys and taken down hard. It was Brandon Blazik there who went down. And man, oh man, that's a big hit to start the game.
Yeah, huge hit. You like seeing a little bit of a physical play here 30 seconds into the game.
So it's Benjamin Tebow in net for UCF here tonight. Or excuse me, this afternoon, I guess I should say. Dumped back into the zone by UCF as the goaltender, number 35, Montgomery, plays it for Farmingdale State. Now in the close side corner, backhand, blind pass in front there, but Farmingdale State picks it up and they move it up ice. A 2-on-1 the other way, left side circle. What a move to get around one guy. They cannot get around the other, and what a toe save there made by Tebow. But Farmingdale State does a nice job to keep that one at the blue line, but now they lose it, and UCF's going to clear the zone.
Yeah, such a great scoring chance right there. What an amazing save.
2-on-1 once again, right side circle. Slaughter, oh, what a save there by Tebow. That's already 2 big saves in just over a minute into this one, and UCF now able to clear out their own zone.
Yeah, these guys are moving, not pulling any punches. People are shooting at the net, and 2 great saves already. We're just over a minute into this game, but already you can feel the energy coming up off the ice.
Yeah, Farmingdale wants to make it to the semis. They were the 1 seed last year. They're the 1 seed once again this year, and not making it last year as the 1 seed was definitely disheartening. So they want to make that trip back. With 18:29 left, I should say, left here in the first period, we'll have a face-off to the right of Montgomery inside the Farmingdale State zone.
Would be key to win this draw right here. Get something going on the offensive end.
Yeah, UCF's number 3, Chard, picks it up back behind the net. He plays it back to his point man, McGrath. McGrath takes a big hit there, but he gets it to the far side boards before. Played at the blue line now by Walkinshaw. Actually, excuse me, that's number 6, Auroran, but he's unable to handle that puck, and now Farmingdale is on the close side boards. A big hit there late. That could have been maybe something called there by the officials. No call. UCF with it right out in front, where that pass goes by the wayside as it's intercepted. Farmingdale State now bringing it the other way. It's a 3-on-3. Top of the slot there for I believe that was number 10, Conklin, the captain for Farmingdale State. Now it's played back behind the net where Conklin still has it. He plays it back to his point man, Azara. Azara takes a quick shot, but it goes to the far side boards. And now it's a 1-on-2 the other way for UCF's number 19, Zalik, but he just dumps it back behind the net in Montgomery.
I like the idea there to get some bodies in front of the net, maybe a deflection for a scoring chance. Look for that as we head deeper and deeper into the first period of this one.
Nice stretch pass there by Farmingdale State. It's moved into the zone. It actually ends up on net, and the goaltender, Tebow, just knocks it away. Farmingdale State chasing it to the close side corner boards. Looks like it was, I thought it was 72, but it was actually number 12, Fordham. But now UCF moves it the other way as it's dumped in by Schneider. Far side boards. Oh, we're going to have a penalty coming up here to Farmingdale State. I believe that might be number 91, Matthew O'Shaughnessy. Excuse me. I think he'll be the one heading to the box.
Yeah, I mean, it was something we talked about in our pregame meeting, Jared. The physicality of these 2 teams And we knew it was going to get physical. We just didn't know at what point in the game they would start. And they really started right off the draw. And now you see special teams, such a big part. You're going to see the first power play here in this game.
Yeah, face-off will be to the left of Montgomery. Actually going to the box was Chris Guido. So he'll serve the 2-minute minor for, I believe, interference. UCF has it on the far side boards. They move it back to the point. It was to number 20, Schneider. Now right out in front. Oh, that was on the doorstep, but no UCF player there to put it home. Now a slap shot from Schneider again on the point. Just goes wide of the net. Snyder now picks it back up at center ice on the far side boards. Moves it down low near the blue line, but getting bodied was UCF. And here comes Farmingdale State the other way, but it's turned over. A nice poke check there. Excuse me, not a poke check, but a stick lift. And now UCF picks it up, and they're moving it up ice. It's number 5, McClellan with it. He still has it, left side circle. Drops it back to the right side circle for Lalonde. Lalonde dodges hit. Now he moves it back behind the net. Give and go there. Still with it on the front of the net, or behind the net, excuse me, as UCF couldn't complete that give and go. Right at the blue line, kept in by the defenseman. Move down low here on the power play. Back to the point for Lalonde. Lalonde over to his right. Quick shot there, but it gets deflected away by the defenseman. Now moving it up ice is O'Shaughnessy. He makes a guy miss, and then he's going to circle back into his own zone. He gets hit. Actually, it moved him forward. Now on the right side circle, Farmingdale. Oh, he makes a beautiful dangle. Does number 95 Weger, but he can't. And then, excuse me, he just plays it back into his own zone, and then it's cleared the length of the ice there by number 19 Azara. 15:35 left here in the first period. 30 seconds left on that UCF power play. It's the 1 and 4 seed here in Pool A, as it's the first day of pool play in this ACHA Men's D3 National Tournament.
Yeah, there's a few teams from Florida playing in this tournament. USF just played, and the University of Tampa, obviously, is also here. So the state of Florida is very well represented.
You have Florida Gulf Coast as well, who's about to take action on the other side here in about 20 minutes or so. So, yeah, 4 teams in total represented. Guys just getting knocked down here in this close side corner. We're going to have a penalty coming up here to UCF for a high sticking, I believe is the call. It was number 19, Steven Azaro, kind of complaining about it, and he ends up getting the call. So it'll be 2 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. So basically a full power play here for Farmingdale State, as I believe it's number 7. That'll be Tyler Walkinshaw heading to the box for UCF.
Yeah, so big face-off upcoming. And special teams going to be a big part in this one, especially we see it. I mean, these two teams, if the penalties are going to come and go like this, the power plays are going to be huge.
Yeah, already our second penalty, and we're just 5 minutes into this one. Back to the point for Farmingdale State, now to the far side boards. Back to the point. He gets around one guy. That should be a hold. Ooh, they don't call it. A bit of a missed call there. It was number 11, Markoopoulos, taken down. Now on the close side boards, it's Wager with it. Wager moves it to the far side boards, where number 11, Markoopoulos, will pick it up. Right side circle, now back near the goal line, back to the point. Moving it very well to the far side. Now quick shot there by Markoopoulos, but it was blocked away. Now on the close side boards, they try to move it to number 18, DiMartino, but it was deflected out of the zone by number 3, Hunter Chard, for UCF. Back the other way, Farmingdale State, what a dangle there. Now back to the right side circle. Oh, what puck movement that was. They don't really get a shot off it. Now on the far side, right in the slot area, but it's played out of the area there by UCF, but Farmingdale State picks it right back up at the top of the slot. Now they move it back behind the net of Tebow. Right side circle, shot there from an odd angle, but the goalie had the pad stacked right there, and it was a nice, good positioning there by Tebow, and UCF's able to clear it the other way.
Yeah, you talked about the stick work. I mean, beautiful job to get inside, get so close to the net in the slot. You're giving yourself a good chance to score.
Right out in front. Oh, my Lord. What a save there by Tebow. Oh, he had to go from his right to his left and do it very quickly, and he did a great job of it.
Yeah, this game has started hot. A lot of scoring chances. It's been really, really exciting, and there's just another prime example.
UCF, though, only 1 shot on net compared to 5 for Farmingdale State. And UCF quickly clears the puck all the way out of the zone. And that'll kill a good 10 seconds off the penalty kills. It's down to 30 seconds. Farmingdale State setting up behind the net. Now bringing up is Azara. Azara on the far side boards plays it up for Osani. Osani now with it. He plays it back to the far side boards, close side boards to Halverson. Back to the far side. Halverson with it back behind that. He gets to the left side circle. Another shot there. Looks like that one just went wide and banged off the back glass. Looks like the puck may have come, or excuse me, no, it's going to be a hand pass, I think was the call. I thought maybe the net had come off the goal line.
I thought it was the net, too.
I thought I maybe saw the official signal for hand pass. Well, nevertheless, we'll have a face-off to the left at Tebow here with 13-12 left in the first period. 10 seconds left on that power play for Farmingdale State. We'll see if they get one last chance, and they're not going to be able to. As well, it'll be a high stick against Farmingdale State if they decide to play this puck, which they do when the whistle comes in, and we're going to be back to full-strength hockey here with 13:02 left here in the first.
Yeah, so a really good kill by the Knights here with just 7 minutes gone in this game. That's a huge kill. Now, Farmingdale State had chances, so UCF, I wouldn't like to be, without a man the rest of the way because Farmingdale State just so potent on offense, but a great kill nonetheless.
Yeah, they're 23-1-1 on the season. That's why they're the 1 seed. UCF actually one of the 2 teams here at Nationals with a losing record overall. So it's definitely a big David versus Goliath matchup here between these 2 teams. Farmingdale State has it back in their own zone on the far side boards. Down to the close side boards for Steven Azara. Zara plays it back to his partner on the far side boards. Trying to move it up ice was number 23, Lynott. Unable to do so. Quick shot there from number 12, Ruiz. But he's unable to get it to the net. It was blocked away by the winger. Now Ruiz has it. A 2-on-2 opportunity, but it was turned over right there by Walkinshaw at the blue line. UCF fortunate to pick it back up at center ice. They just dump it in, and Farmingdale State has it behind their own net. UCF does a nice job of keeping that one in. I believe that was McClellan who kept that one in. Nice job on his end. Now on the far side boards, it's Zara with it. Zara moves it up ice, finds a man who loses it, and then regains control after UCF just kind of played it the other way. A little bit of stick play there between 2 guys right at center ice. This one I think this one's going to be a physical game.
Yeah, it's been physical so far. Kind of slowed down a little bit with the physicality coming off the power play, but I expect things to ramp right back up.
Farmingdale State, quick shot there, top of the right side circle, blocked away by Tebow. Now back behind the net, it's picked up by McClellan of UCF. He plays it to the close side boards over to Brockman. Brockman moves it up ice, and Farmingdale State's going to chase it down as it's number 8, Guido with it. Guido plays it to the far side boards for number 89, Kirschbaum. Back to Guido on the close side boards behind his own net. He gets met. Looked like it was number 19, Zalik right there to lay the body. UCF keeps it in. Far side boards now, they move it back behind the net where number 24, Brand will pick it up for Farmingdale State. Brand moves it up the boards to 89, Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum moves it out of his own zone, and it's Fordham coming the other way. Fordham looks for number 5, Sanamo there, but he can't find him. Back behind the net, UCF has it. They lose it on the far side corner boards, and then a nice hit there against Brand, and they're just going to fight for that puck in the corner. About 4 players in total going after this puck.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the first period with the puck frozen along the boards. UCF's just got to keep this one close, keep it within range.
Right side circle, now back to the point. Oh, they're going to call that a penalty. I thought he was just slapping at the puck, but they're going to go with a slash. I'm not so sure about that one, Justin.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, we have a different angle than the referee down there on the ice, but I don't disagree with the call. I don't disagree with it. I could have seen it going both ways, but I don't disagree with it. I think it's very unfortunate if you're UCF. But again, your kills gotta bail you out of another jam here.
Back to the point. Farmingdale State's captain, left side circle, deflected away by the UCF captain, Blazik, and he's able to clear it out. Excuse me, it's co-captain. That's actually number 20, Snyder, with it. And now back in their own zone, it'll be Markopoulos clearing it out of his own zone for Farmingdale State. Far side boards. Bringing it up ice. He splits 2 defenders. Left side circle. Backhand shot there. Actually looked like more of a pass. Now they pick it back up at the point. Close side boards. Markopoulos goes to his left for DiMartino. Now Markopoulos has it. Left side circle. What passing right now. They try to jam one in there at the doorstep, but turned away by Tebow. Now left side circle. Back to the point for Wager. Wager to Markopoulos. Right side circle. Blocked away. Fake the shot was number 91 there on the far side, and it goes right into the shoulder, and it's a cover there by Tebow. The shot there coming from O'Shaughnessy, And with 9:31 left in the first period, we're supposed to go to immediate timeout, but we're not going to as of this moment.
What a sequence there. Farmingdale State just ripping at the net. They're knocking on the doorstep, like you said, Jared.
Close side boards. Farmingdale State has it back at the point. They're the Rams. So if I say the Rams, it's Farmingdale State. UCF are the Knights. So the Rams have it on the far side boards. They bring it to the close side boards at the circle. It's number 95, Wager, with it. Wager goes to the far side boards for Markopolis. Markopolis takes a hit. Keeps it in the zone, though. Nice play on his part. Now they move it down low. Markopolis with it. He gets hit hard. Nice play there by UCF. And number 7, Walkinshaw is able to clear it out. And there's 8:57 left here in the first period and 30 seconds left on this Rams power play.
Yeah, so great job, but this power play is not over.
Right side circle. Farmingdale State has it. Oh, backhand. They had the back door wide open. It was Fordham. Fordham just couldn't quite get a piece of it to bury it. UCF had control of it, lost it. Fordham with it, far side boards, right top of the slot now, and he gets slashed. He's shaking his hand, but that's not the call. I think the netting came off, and with 8:32 left here in the first period, we're still scoreless, and there's 10 seconds remaining on that power play. And Justin, if you're the Knights, I think you have to be happy with how you played so far. You want to stay at the box, but this, a team with a losing record playing the 1 seed, the longer you can stay in this game, I think, the better chance you just have overall of winning it. Sometimes in these, David versus Goliath matchups, as you could say, the better team gets off to a really hot start, well, there you go. They just scored. As I was talking about staying in this game, not much of a goal call there, as it was at an odd time. I don't think the power play had just expired. It looked like it was number 89, Dennis Kirschbaum, with the goal, and it comes at the 8:19 mark.
Yeah, and if Farmingdale State hadn't been so close for so many minutes so far in this one, I would have said that you jinxed UCF, but, you didn't. Farmingdale State just so good. It was a matter of time before they finally scored. They've been peppering the net. And like you said, you got to be happy if you're UCF, as we're going to take a media timeout. We'll get to it after the break.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this media timeout.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Aries Sportswear, official merchandise partner of the ACHA. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official tape provider of the ACHA. And the City of Frisco.
Welcome back, ACHA hockey fans, the men's national D3 hockey tournament. Farmingdale State with the most recent goal just moments ago before the media timeout. It's a 1-0 lead for the number 1 seed out of the Atlantic in Pool A. Farmingdale State just dumps it into the zone. It's Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum, the goal scorer for Farmingdale State. 8:19 remaining in the period at the time of that goal. Both teams fighting for the puck inside UCF zone. Shots on net right now are 10-1 in favor of the Rams.
The puck has been on Farmingdale State side in their offensive zone the entire game. They're just eating the puck. They refuse to give it up. It's really been a relentless attack with 7:46 here to go in the first period.
Schneider picks it up for UCF, turns it over. Oh, what a job to keep that one inside the blue line by Fordham. And then a big hit laid on the far side circle. Farmingdale State doing a nice job of keeping that puck in once again. Oh, another hit there late on the close side boards. Nice tic-tac-toe passing. Schneider bringing it up ice, but he just has to dump it in as he's swarmed by 5 Farmingdale State players, and he has nobody with him. The Rams bringing it up ice. It's number 6, Halverson. He makes 2 guys miss. He's into the zone now. Right side circle, back behind the net. Tebow throws it right around. They score! It's the captain, Brian Conklin, and he buries it for Farmingdale State, and it's quickly a 2-0 lead.
Oh, just absolutely beautiful. It's a clinic, really, a passing right in front of the net just to set up that opportunity. 2-0 here with 7:07 to go in the first, and things could get a little ugly.
Yeah, 2-0 as you mentioned. Shots on goal right now, 11-1 in favor of Farmingdale State. So you really can't be happier if you're a Farmingdale State coach or player with the start you've had for this national tournament. Right off the draw, it's coming the other way. It's Markopolis with it left side circle. Gets poke checked away. And then a collision right at the dot. UCF goes for the stretch pass. Looked like it was going to be completed, but it went off his glove. And Farmingdale State was able to move it out of their own zone. Far side boards, kind of a scrum for it. UCF comes away with it, but then Farmingdale State picks it right back up. It's the captain, the recent goal scorer, Conklin with it. Left side circle, right out in front. Oh, what a toe save by Tebow. Back behind the net, right out in front now. He's wide open. Shot there, but it got blocked right in front. He held on to that one just a little too long, if you ask me. Farmingdale State back with it at the point. Right side circle, back to the point. Quick shot there, blocked away by Tebow. On the far side boards, it's Halverson with it. Halverson with it, left side circle, right out in front. Another great opportunity. Oh, what a save by Tebow. He's let in 2, but it could be 5 right now. He has made some incredible saves as the Rams just keep peppering him.
And you can see why Farmingdale State is the 1 seed. Their offense just been so potent all year, and it's on full display tonight in the first round.
Markopolis has it on the far side boards. Now Wagger picks it up back behind the net. UCF trying to clear it out of their zone, and they're going to have a chance to do so right here as it's Ruiz skating out. He flips one on net. If that ends up being counted as a shot on net, that'll only be their 2nd of the game so far. You mentioned Farmingdale State's offense. They have some goal scorers. Matt O'Shaughnessy, 34 goals, 32 assists, good for 66 points. Albert Markopolis, 29 goals, 24 assists, 53 points. Brian Conklin, 24 goals, 29 assists, 53 points, and the list goes on. And the team can put the puck in the back of the net, bottom line. Here they go the other way, left side circle. Kicks it back to his own stick to the far side board, to the close side boards. Now back on the far side point, down to the circle. Close side now, wrister from the point, kicked away by Tebow. It's number 5, McClellan. McClellan trying to clear out for UCF. It's unsuccessful. Now McClellan has it once again. Close side boards. Trying to move it up ice, but it's kept in by Brand. Brand takes a shot. Gets deflected up and out of play. And with 5:06 remaining here in the first period, Farmingdale State still leads 2-0.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, I look around the rink, look at the ceiling, the low ceilings, right? The lights, the speakers are low. Expect to see some pucks, get blown dead because they hit one of these speakers up in the rafters.
You think these rafters are low? You should come to Mount Pleasant and call a game with me. They're about half this height.
Is that an invite? Because I'm down.
Left side circle. UCF has it. Throws it right out in front. They have a good chance here, but it gets thrown away. The pass just out of the reach of Blazik. Now on the far side boards, Farmingdale State bringing it out of their own zone. And, man, do they have some speed as they bring it up ice. Left side circle. Quick shot. That one goes wide. Oh, it looks like he got a stick to the gut there. UCF still has control of it, so no whistle blown. It's number 95, Joshua Wagger. He finally gets off to the bench. His glove is just over to the right of the goaltender, Tebow. Delayed offside, so Farmingdale State will have to check up. Now it's played by Schneider up to number 13, O'Donnell. Schneider picks it up, but it's going to be whistled offsides. And we'll have a stoppage in play here with 4:21 left in the first. The Rams lead the Knights 2-0.
Yeah, and you saw one of the last chances for UCF with a team like Farmingdale, right? They generate so many scoring chances. UCF's not going to get many chances on their end. So when they do finally get a chance, they're going to start pressing. They feel the pressure that, hey, we need to score on this chance. And sometimes that puts a little too much pressure on you as an offense. And you saw it in the last possession, just pressing there.
Far side boards. Farmingdale State has it. Nice little hit there laid right outside the blue line. And UCF controls it in their own zone. Moving it up ice, and another hit taken right there. Oh, a little bit of extra pushing and shoving there. It was number 10, McGrath, trying to get out of the body there of the Farmingdale State player. Far side corner boards. The Rams pick it up. It's number 36, Campo. Campo moves it up ice. Farmingdale State had a rush coming up, but it was poke-checked away, and we actually, I don't know if it's a penalty, but it might have just been a high stick on the puck. No, it was a penalty. It'll be a Farmingdale State power play as number 7, Tyler Walkinshaw, heads to the box for a high stick against UCF. Actually, already his second penalty of the game, and both have been high sticks.
Yeah, so this is really killer. I mean, you're down 2, you're battling, you're trying to get an offensive chance, and now you just get knocked down a man with the best offense now has an advantage.
3:45 left in the first period. Nice clear there by UCF as they move it down the ice, and playing it out of his own net is Montgomery. He leaves it for Markopolis. Markopolis just kind of sitting back behind his net, waits for some help, and he gets it. Now moving it up ice is number 91, O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy gets around one man, gets around a second. Oh, but he couldn't get around the third. He fends off the hit, though, and stays with the puck. Ooh, top of the slot chance there for Markopolis. He just couldn't quite get there in time, and UCF clears it down the other way.
UCF just doing everything they can to kill anything they can. Farmingdale State's offense so fast, so potent to get right back into the offensive zone, but UCF is having a lot of trouble right now.
DiMartino has some speed the other way, and he brings it all the way back deep into the night zone. Now it's cleared up the other way. Here's a chance for UCF shorthanded. Left side circle, gets stick lifted, still regains possession of the puck, waiting for some help. Finds a man right in front. Oh, the shot goes wide there from Brockman. I think he thought he had to get that shot off quickly, but in reality, he had some time.
Yeah, it's just especially. He had a lot of time, but thinking, I mean, usually you're guarded in that area. You know, you don't have a lot of time, but like you said, he was open.
Yeah, and his back was turned to the net, so I think instinct just told him to quick fire that one, and, you know, it cost UCF a pretty good scoring chance. 2:36 left here in the first period. Still a 2-0 lead here for the Rams. 52 seconds also remains on that power play for the Rams, so we'll see if they're able to capitalize. They're 0 for 2 so far on the power play.
And you don't get a lot of scoring chances if you're UCF. You got to take advantage of any chance you do get.
Back in the zone. It's played by Osani. Osani drops it off for number 23, Lynott. Lynott plays it up the close side boards to number 6, Helverson. Helverson gets met by the captain, Blazik, and then Blazik gets taken down hard. Now bringing it in the zone. The Rams back behind the net at Tebow. To the far side boards, it's Zara with it. Zara stops on a dime, gives it back to his point man, number 93, Osani. Osani makes one guy miss. Quick shot there, but it gets kicked away by the defenseman as it got him right in the legs. Left side circle, top of the slot. Quick fire shot there from number 93, Osani, but it gets kicked away by the goaltender, Tebow, into the far side boards. UCF does a nice job of clearing that one all the way down the ice, and that'll do it for the Rams power play. We're back to 5 full-strength hockey.
Yeah, last minute 30 of this period. You gotta escape unscathed if you're the Knights.
Oh, we're going to have another penalty coming up here to UCF. The back official, the official closest to it, I'll say, didn't make the call. The back official did. They're kind of talking about it right now, but nonetheless, it was Walkinshaw again. He just got out of the box. That's already his third penalty of the game. 2 high sticks and a trip.
Yeah, and Central Florida's coach, Michael Kroll, not happy with that call.
Yeah, it was borderline, a hit. Just playing the puck. Back official thought it was a trip. It was called, and that's what you got to roll with if you're UCF. Close side boards. Played back to the point. Left side circle. It's the captain, Conklin. Conklin moves it down low. Back door there for number 95, Weger. He just couldn't get a clean shot on it as he whiffed on it. Far side boards. Played to the close side boards at the point. It's DiMartino. Plays it down low for Weger. Back to DiMartino, back to Weger. Shot there was a good opportunity, but Schneider, in a nice defensive position, able to block it with his legs, and Montgomery will play it. He plays it all the way up ice, near center ice. It's brought into the zone by O'Shaughnessy. Played back behind the net of UCF. Farmingdale State circles, gets it back to the point. Ooh, DiMartino barely keeps that one in. Now Weger plays it down low. Back door, and they score! Number 6, Max Helverson buries it. The UCF goalie, Tebow, got 90% of that puck, but the last 10% of it crawled past the goal line, and it's now a 3-0 lead off the power play goal there from number 6.
When you're just dominating on the offensive end, it's pretty simple to get that close to the goal. He was, from point-blank range, he was able to be patient with it and just fire it in. Absolute clinic.
And UCF was 3 for 3 on the penalty kill, and that's tough to do against a team like this. Giving them the 4th opportunity finally led to a power play goal, so they're now 1 for 4 as Farmingdale State on the power play. Far side boards, 30 seconds left in the first. Bringing it up ice. Into the zone, it's going to be a delayed offsides, I believe, and there comes the whistle with 23.5 seconds left in this first period. Shots on goal right now, 17-5 in Farmingdale State. They're on track for just under 60 shots. And they still got 20 seconds to put a few more on net.
Yeah, I mean, UCF just hasn't had the puck. It's been all Farmingdale State in their offensive zone for the first period.
Back behind the net, UCF has it. It's Lalonde to the close side boards. Just trying to move this out of the zone. They can now get it to the far side boards. Quick pass up to number 24 there. Now bringing up as Schneider. He's got to take a shot. 5 seconds left. Shot goes wide. Bouncing puck right in front there. Oh, there's going to be a penalty coming up to UCF to end the penalty, and that was I'd have to say that was a pretty good call there by the official. It'll be Johnny Brockman going to the box. Number 14 there, that was going to be an interference call. The captain, it looks like it's Schneider over there arguing with the official about it. He's not going to get his way, so we end the first period with a 3-0 lead for Farmingdale State.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, Farmingdale State, as good as they are, UCF's just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, they've really, a majority of the period, they were down a man. So for UCF going into the second period, obviously you're down 3. You got to stop these unforced errors. You're shooting yourself in the foot, and Farmingdale State's so good on their own, but you can't give them anymore, and UCF's giving them a lot of opportunities.
You hit it on the hammer, hit the head. Wow. You know what? I'm not even going to try that.
Because you had to talk so much. 3 goals in the first period.
Good analogy. I'll end it on that. UCF's got to clean up the penalties if they want to come back in this one. Farmingdale State, after 1, leads 3-0. Thank you again for listening to the ACHA Network. We'll be back in about 14 minutes or so for the start of the second.
Let's do barbecue.
I got it. Oh, this is big. Wow. This is big.
This is big.
This is big.
Come on, Timmy, you got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy, focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
Welcome back, hockey fans. The ACHA Men's D3 National Tournament here. We have a good one between Farmingdale State and the Central Florida Knights. I say good one, but then again, it is 3-0. We'll see if UCF's able to kind of stage a comeback. From what we know, they just put it on the clock. UCF took a late penalty there. I think it was an interference call was made. So they're going to start on the penalty kill, and that's, I say penalty kill, that's killer for UCF. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, it does. But the first period, I mean, they're kind of just sticking with what they did the whole first period. They spent the whole first period about down a man, really just shooting themselves in the foot, and you can't give Farmingdale an inch, and they've given him a ton here already.
And they actually did a pretty decent job.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They've done a pretty on the penalty kill.
Yeah,
it was 3 of 3.
Sure.
Just that last one, they let it in. That's the 3-goal difference. So we'll see if UCF can get kill off another penalty here. We're starting the second period. Puck has dropped. Shots are 17-5 in favor of Farmingdale State. Farmingdale State, the Rams, they have it back in their own zone. They're bringing it up ice. They drop it back for number 18, DiMartino. DiMartino up the ice. Top of the slot. Back down low there behind the net for Markopolis, but he couldn't pick it up. Far side boards. Number 95, Wager has it. Back to the point for 18, DiMartino. Far side boards now to the close side for Markopolis. Markopolis goes down low to 91, O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy down low by the goal line to the captain, Conklin. Now back to the point. Spin around move there by number 11, Markopolis. Now he gets it back to Conklin, far side for DiMartino, and they are just cycling the puck beautifully right now as they keep it in at the blue line now. Beautiful job done there. Far side pass gets intercepted there by UCF. Looked like it was it was hard to tell exactly who that was. Looks like it was number 10, McGrath.
Yeah, but imposing their will. The Rams are imposing their will on UCF, keeping their foot on the gas pedal.
Here comes DiMartino, right side circle. Gets around everyone. Man, that kid has some wheels. Left side circle. Number 11, Markopolis with it. He tries to make a move around McGrath, unable to do so, and McGrath clears it the length of the ice. Ooh, a weird play there by Montgomery. He went to just play it with his stick and almost got by him. Here comes Farmingdale State the other way. Linesman kind of gets hit into the boards there. The Farmingdale State player apologizes to the ref mid-play. Now, back at the point, Jennings has it. Down low to O'Shaughnessy, right out in front. Backdoor, quick shot, and they score! It's DiMartino, and it's a 4-0 game. What passing there by Farmingdale State. They score with 10 seconds left on that power play.
Absolute clinic of passing, like you said, Jared. You talked about it earlier in the broadcast, the speed with which they skate. But how about the speed with which this Farmingdale State team passes the puck, moves it around, circling the puck? Great pass there. It's a reason why they're already up 4-0.
Yeah, that's just back and forth, tic-tac-toe passing, and it doesn't really get much better than that. And we quickly now, only a minute, just under 2 minutes, I'll say. Just under 2 minutes into this one, it's already 4-0. Far side boards. Oh, turnover here. UCF has a chance. Shot. They score! It's the captain, Andrew Snyder, answers it right back, and it's 4-1.
Wow, and how about that answer? UCF showing a little bit of life here. 17:56 left in the second period. It's about time. They got to be happy they got on the scoreboard there. This shows that UCF can score. They really can. They can climb back into this one.
Yeah, that's their, they only have 6 shots and they buried one. That's on Farmingdale State, though. They turned it over right at their own blue line. It led to that chance for Snyder, and he didn't look back at it as he just roofed it over that left shoulder. And then a big hit there laid back behind the net of Montgomery, and then it's played back into the zone by Blasek. Montgomery plays it back behind his net, and you can hear they're still announcing the goal from Farmingdale State. They're going to have to announce the UCF one right after. Another turnover. Oh, a blocker save there made by Montgomery, and now it's picked up by Kirschbaum. Ooh, dangerous play right in front.
Almost another chance.
Yeah, UCF buzzing right now after giving up that 4th goal. Now controlled by Kirschbaum behind his own net. Moving it up ice. Trying to actually just get out of their zone. It's played back in there by number 14, Brockman. Ooh, Schneider really kind of getting into it now. He's trying to pump up his team as the captain there, and it's working right now. Oh, another big hit there that's by number 7, Walkinshaw. He already has 3 penalties in this game, though, so he's got to be a little careful. Schneider all over the place right now for the Golden Knights. As the Rams now finally take control of it as it's Brand the other way. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity. He's all of a sudden by himself. Tebow, I think, got a piece of that with the foot. And now it's played back behind the net by Robinson. Robinson throws it away, but it was Walkinshaw right there to pick it up. Back the other way. UCF had a chance to have a little bit of a rush there, but it was quickly picked up by Farmingdale, and it's Sanamo coming the other way with it. He loses it near the blue line. It's picked up by UCF, and they just dump it the other way. It's now picked up by Kevin Brand. Oh, another turnover right there, right side circle. UCF, quick shot there, but Walkinshaw, his shot got blocked. Oh, watch out for Farmingdale State speed here. Rams were chasing that one down, but it's Tebow comes out to play it. Rams check up offsides, but UCF plays it the other way and it's just dumped into the zone by Walkinshaw. The Rams have it back behind their own net now to the far side boards, where it's picked up by Walkinshaw of UCF. Back to the point. Oh, I thought he was going to quick fire that one. Still a loose puck in front. Oh, what a kick save there made by Montgomery. And now it's played the other way. Farmingdale State. Oh, here comes a breakaway. It's on the backhand to the forehand, backhand, and they score! Farmingdale State makes it a 5-1 game. The goal scored by Vincent Sanamo, his first of the tournament.
Yeah, Sanamo just able to corral the puck. It was perfect timing and a beautiful backhanded move to throw it in the net makes it 5-1.
Yeah, really, I thought Tebow should have gotten that one too. It was really good defense. It just somehow slid underneath his leg pad, and now UCF finds themselves down 5-1. After they were playing really well after giving up the 4th goal. They even got one themselves. They had a few chances to even get a second one, but one bad mistake leads the other way. Conklin quickly, and they score! Wow! Not even 5 seconds after the other one. Actually, it was 7 seconds to be exact, and it's quickly 6-1. And UCF really just struggling to find answers right now.
Yeah. The barrage is on. 6-1, just 5 minutes into the second period. But like you said, I mean, UCF had that little spurt right there where they were playing okay, but Farmingdale State just too powerful.
Far side boards. UCF has it. Moving it up ice. Turned over. Conklin plays it with his feet the other way. No icing as it gets waved off. Lalonde back behind the net. Picked up by Conklin. Ooh, Conklin took a big hit. Now on the far side boards, the Rams still have it. Oh, what a pass. Far side. And they score! Wow! 3 goals back to back to back in a span of 28 seconds. And the goal scored there by number 6, Max Helverson, his second of the game and second of the tournament.
They're just on fire right now. Anything they throw at the net seems to be going in, especially that wrister from right there. 7-1 your score.
And, you know, we talked about, as UCF's going to take a timeout, we talked about at the end of the first that really UCF was probably pretty happy to only be down 3. Tebow made a lot of good saves. Now those saves are kind of getting, you know, those shots are getting past them right now in this period as they've scored 4 this period, and they've scored 3 in the last 28 seconds after giving up a goal, too.
Yeah, and the story after the first period was that UCF was shooting themselves in the foot, maybe limit the penalties. There haven't been any penalties now in the second. So this just goes to show that, you know, UCF, even though they may have cleaned up some penalties from the first period, Farmingdale State just still able to put it across in any way. And this team just so powerful, so powerful. 7 goals already. And I'm wondering to see how many they can score. Because remember, also, the tiebreak now in this pool play tournament is the differential. Yeah, so every goal's important.
Yeah, it eventually gets there. It starts with head-to-head record, obviously,
right,
as most tiebreakers do. But, yeah, eventually gets the goal. UCF's going to make a goalie change. So Tebow time is over, and we have a new goalie, and it looks, it appears to possibly be number 1. Tyler Moore, I believe, is in net now. So Tyler Moore now in net, the freshman from Columbus, Ohio.
And what do you think? You got to make that change or what?
Yeah, I mean, he's let in 7 goals only 25 minutes into this one. I know not all of it's his fault, and we quickly, right off the draw, have a roughing call. It appears that it's going to be against Farmingdale State's number 91, Matthew O'Shaughnessy.
And I want to say that's their first penalty today. They've played relatively clean.
Second penalty.
Second penalty,
They had
okay.
an interference just under 3 minutes into the first.
Beautiful.
But they did kill it off, so they're 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. UCF sets it up at the point. They do a nice job at just keeping that one in the zone, but now it's cleared off the glass. And watch out here. Oh, what a nice step-up play there by the UCF defenseman to knock it the other way. Far side boards. Farmingdale State has it. Back in their own zone, just kind of circling around. Finds a stretch pass. 1-on-2 now, a 2-on-2. Far side boards, right side circle, top of the slot. Oh, that got some metal as it went off the post and kicked to the right side. DiMartino keeps it in the offensive zone. They're on the penalty kill, remember that. Throws one out in front to the far side boards. It reaches as nobody was home there for Farmingdale State. Ooh, number 12 there, it was Gonzalo Ruiz, kind of got sandwiched in between two Rams players. Oh, what a move here the other way. He got around one guy, but he couldn't get around a second. It was number 58, Jennings. He put some moves on that defenseman from UCF.
Yeah, truly. I mean, look at the stick work. Just amazing. He almost did it twice and had a chance on net.
Yeah, if he would have gotten around that next player, it would have been another great scoring opportunity for Farmingdale State.
Well, and you got to catch some highlights on ACHA tonight, the nightly recap show for all the highlights taking place today and every day on the ACHA network.
Yeah, they'll be recapping the D2 Men's National Championship, which is taking place right now. They'll recap the D1 National Championship game that'll take place tonight, and then our own Lou Gamlin will recap the day from the ACHA Men's D3, the first day of pool play in this tournament.
Captain Lou, and I can't wait to see that Division I championship. That's going to be a good game. It's been a great tournament so far, and then with Division III kicking off, we've seen some great hockey here in the Lone Star State.
We have. The first game today, even of pool play, actually the second game I called today, went into overtime. They scored 51 seconds into it, did Fairfield, so they got a big win. And then, oh, wow, what a bounce off the backboards. Ended up almost getting past Moore there. But, yeah, the first game was a great game as well. I believe that I called this morning also in this pool play from Grand Valley and Air Force. Grand Valley won that one 6-3. So it looks like Grand Valley will start 1-0 as now UCF is unable to score on the power play, and Farmingdale State kills it off. And that's going to go all the way down for an icing here against Farmingdale State. So UCF now 0 for 2, and we have a penalty coming up again. It's a slashing call. I think it's going to go against Farmingdale State.
Yeah, so now Farmingdale State getting sent to the box a couple times.
No, it'll be UCF going. Wait.
Ah.
Well, the UCF penalty door is opening up.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, though, because nobody's near the penalty box for either team.
Is it a penalty at all?
Yeah, there was a slashing call made. The puck is going into UCF zone, so somebody's going to serve that slashing. We just don't know who.
We just don't know who it is. There's a ghost runner in the box.
We're having a conversation with the UCF coach. Head coach is Mike Kroll over there. I think he's kind of getting an explanation now. He's finally pointing to his player just to get in the box. Oh, actually, it was Schneider. He skated off the ice.
He was off the ice. They had to open up the door for him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's...
Was he headed to the locker room? Where was he going?
I don't know. He is the goal scorer for UCF, too, so, yeah, kind of a weird play there. But it'll be a 2-minute minors for a slash. 7:18 into the period, excuse me.
So UCF started the second period with a man in the box as well.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of penalties. That is now their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalty of the game. They started 3 for 3 on the penalty kill, but the last two 0 for 2. We'll see if Farmingdale State capitalizes on another one as they have it back in their zone. I'm still confused on why Schneider went off the ice. I wonder if he thought it was something more serious than just a minor penalty, or he's just a little fed up right now as his team's down 7-1.
Somebody needs to explain it to me.
Farmingdale State with it in the offensive zone at the point, left side circle. Circling around is Markopolis. Now down low. Here's a good shot opportunity. Oh, nice stick save there made by Moore. And we have another penalty coming up. It's going to be a cross check. I think it's going to go against UCF. It is going to go against UCF as that penalty door opens up. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 man advantage for Farmingdale State. And if you're UCF, you got to stay out of the box.
Yeah, totally, 100%. And if you're watching at home right now, you got to look out to see what Farmingdale State's going to do with this puck now. Up 2 men, 5-on-3. They got it for the next minute or so. So prepare to see some chances here. They're going to work it around.
Back at the point, quick firing shot there, nice save by Moore. Close side corner boards picked up. Now to the far side circle. Kind of played in between his feet. DiMartino turned over there. UCF has a 2-on-1 the other way, actually, which is, oh, watch out here, a little pushing and shoving. That could have easily been a penalty against UCF. I think the refs are just going to let that one go, though, as it's already a 5-on-3 disadvantage for the Knights. Oh, nice hit there, late at center ice by number 4, Lalonde. And UCF now has control of it back behind their own net. Turned over now as it's picked up by O'Shaughnessy. He plays it for the top of the slot. Nice defensive play there by the co-captain, Blazik. Close side boards. O'Shaughnessy, the far side for DiMartino. Oh, what a move to get around his defender. He shoots and he scores! Wow, what a shot from DiMartino right there. He just went top corner and just was a snipe of a shot. His second of the tournament and second of the game.
And unbelievable. We've almost seen so many highlights, so many great goals that they're starting to become unimpressive because a lot of these goals have been so beautiful through the slot and a nice shot and just an all-out assault right now from the Rams. 10:45 to go in the second.
Yeah, so they capitalize on that power play now 3 for 6. So they started 0 for 3, now 3 for 6. They still have 1:05 left on a 5-on-4 power play. That one came on a 5-on-3. Farmingdale State has it back behind their own net. Moving it up ice into the offensive zone, drops it back for number 6, Helverson. Farmingdale State cannot keep that one in the zone, and they have to chase it all the way back, and they'll circle it into their own zone. Playing it up ice. What great passing this team can complete. Left side circle, backhand pass there. It was a blind one as well, but UCF picks it off, and they throw it down the ice. Their speed and their passing have just been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Speed with which they skate and then speed with which they pass, like you said, Jared. I mean, just they're putting on an absolute clinic right now. This is how you play the game of hockey.
And they can just quick snipe that puck as well. I mean, they are just picking corners on the UCF goaltenders right now. Here they come, Farmingdale State once again, right in front there. Puck sitting there for a second. Now a shot from the point. Well, it looked like he was going to shoot it. They are going to kill off this penalty as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Still circling the zone are the Rams. Shot from the right side circle. Deflected in front and wide. So Farmingdale State now 3 for 7 on the power play. Deflection in front actually was a deflection by their own player. Could have been an own goal there if it had hopped into the back of the net, but it went wide. Oh, that should be a board. Yep, there goes the call. UCF's upset with that one, but that was a clear boarding call.
Yeah, it happened right in front of us. I can understand their frustration, but I think that was the right call.
Oh, I can understand the frustration. Well, it's their 8th penalty now, but that's a call in that's a call in a blowout game that has to be made. Otherwise, things are going to get a little out of hand as we're going to head to a media timeout here, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go to a media timeout, so we're going to be back in about a minute or so after this media timeout.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron Championship Rings, proud sponsor and championship ring provider for the ACHA. Warrior Sports, the preferred stick supplier of the ACHA. The Dallas Stars. For tickets and more information, visit dallasstars.com. And Southwest Airlines, the official event airline partner of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
Welcome back, ACHA hockey fans here. We have Pool A action on the first day of pool play here between Farmingdale State and the Central Florida Knights, and so far it's been a one-sided affair. 8-1, Farmingdale State leads this one, and they're going to their 8th power play of the game. UCF already on their second goaltender now as Tyler Moore is in the game, and it looks like, Montgomery's going to stay in the game, excuse me. It looked like Farmingdale State was going to possibly make a goaltending change. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, just to get another goalie playing time at this point. And I thought it would have been a pretty good time to exactly halfway through this game. Face-off in the offensive zone for Farmingdale State. Fakes the shot as number 91, O'Shaughnessy. He throws it to the far side boards. Now quick pass back to the close side boards. Top of the slot. Oh, what a move. Oh, that's just too easy. Matthew O'Shaughnessy buries it for Farmingdale State. Woo. And when I say that was too easy, that was too easy.
That was silky.
I love that wording, silky. I mean, he deked the one guy out, and then he made the goalie look foolish on that one.
Oh.
And now, Farmingdale State, 4 of 8 on the power play, 50%. Whew, that's good.
Wow. That's unreal. I'm almost at a loss for words right now, and I'm a broadcaster. That's insane what they've been able to do. 9-1. 9 minutes left.
Yeah, still 9 minutes. Shots are 29-10.
9-1 your score. 9:01 exactly left in the second period.
Oh, wow, I like that. And then it's 29 shots to 10, too, if you want to just make the number games even more fun. Turned over right here, right in front of the UCF net. That shot goes high and up off the glass. UCF able to move it out of their own zone. Oh, they have a 2-on-2 coming the other way. I thought it was a 2-on-0 for a second. I didn't see the back defenseman. It was a nice hustle play there by the defender as well. Close side boards. UCF just pushes it back into the zone, right side circle. Oh, what a nice one-timer. Actually, it got past Montgomery, but went wide. Oh, that puck is still on the doorstep. Oh, the puck was loose. UCF bench is upset about it, but sometimes the official just loses sight of it and the whistle comes in.
Yeah, fans thought it was an early whistle, but that puck was floating out in front of the net. Chance.
Yeah, it was definitely an early whistle, but like I said, you lose sight of the puck. Sometimes you blow it, especially when there's kind of a scrum in front of that net.
Yeah, but even before the scrum, I'm talking the puck just gliding by.
It got the initial shot got past Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery had to come out of the net.
Yeah, he was fortunate that it squeaked over to his right and went wide. UCF has it at center ice. Oh, watch out here. Two guys kind of getting into it, and I think that's something to keep an eye out in this game is the chippiness as this game evolves.
I was just thinking that.
Already being 9-1, still 8 minutes left in the second. I'm sure Farmingdale State will kind of back off the pedal a little bit. I would imagine they might, playing as a kid when you were, in a blowout game, you kind of implemented this thing called the 5-pass rule. Don't shoot the puck till you've completed 5 passes. You'll work on the passing as well as, you don't run up the score. It's a sportsmanship thing as well as, you work on your passing. So it's a win-win situation. So watch for Farmingdale State to just make a lot of passes in the offensive zone. Because like we said, it's 9-1. I mean,
it's almost like that unwritten rule.
You're down 8. It'd be a miracle on ice at this point if it was a comeback. I'll say that.
Yeah, but I do agree with you with the chippiness because on that last call, the boarding we had, you don't want to see it get ugly, especially on this day. It's the first round.
Yep.
And it's pool play, but, we'll see. It is hockey.
It is. And especially with UCF already racking up 8 penalties themselves. Nice blocker save there made by Montgomery. UCF just dumps it back in, a little bump in there on the blue line, and it's a 3-on-3 the other way. Right side circle. There was a chance there for Sinamo to bury it, but I think he just couldn't quite get enough of it. Back behind the net of the goaltender Tyler Moore. He replaced Benjamin Tebow in this one. And it was about 3 minutes into this period. Snyder bodying someone there at the blue line. Turned over. Snyder's got a one-on-one the other way. Left side circle, take the shot. Nice block there by the defenseman, number 19, Steven Azara. That one ends up finding its way onto the net, and it's covered up by the goaltender. We'll have a face-off to his right with 6:43 left here in the second. So if you're UCF, what are you looking to do the rest of the game here, Justin?
I mean, you can't play as if you're down 8, right? You gotta try to put the puck on the net as much as you can. You gotta skate. You gotta make sure you're not committing any penalties like you've done already in this game. So many penalties, because it almost seems like when UCF commits the penalties, I mean, there's no stopping right now if you're Farmingdale.
Some bodies going down here in the close side corner boards. Now Farmingdale State bringing up. Ooh, thought there was going to be a big collision there. Watch out here. As another hit was kind of tracking. Back behind the net now, Montgomery. Still just kind of holding it back behind the net is Farmingdale State as it's circled to the far side boards. Still, they're just passing it back and forth behind their net right now. Finally, they bring it up ice as it's cleared out and it's picked up by UCF at center ice, and they just clear it down. That's going to get tipped and out of play. So, I asked, what do you do if you're UCF? What does Farmingdale State do? Obviously, they're up 9-1. Do you just work on certain things when you have this big of a lead, or what do you do exactly?
I mean, I would say put some guys in there that normally don't get a lot of burn. You mentioned pulling, switching up the goalies, getting some more reps in there. I think that's a good move. I mean, I think, you want to shore up your regulars, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're treating this game almost like a practice at this point. You still want to get your reps in. And you still want to skate. You don't want to lay down or anything like that, but work on some stuff you can get better at, because you can always improve. But this Farmingdale offense has been really eye-opening today. I'm truly impressed.
UCF has it, close side boards. Farmingdale State circles it back in. And I apologize earlier if I said the Golden Knights. UCF are just the Knights. I have been told that. So just the Knights, not the Golden Knights. So I apologize if I offended anyone with the Golden Knights slogan there. I don't know why I was thinking that, just the golden mask of their Knight logo. But just the Knights, not the Golden Knights. So I'll keep that.
I like
keep
both.
That reminder
I mean, obviously
head.
they're just the Knights, but I would say calling anybody golden is a pretty good thing. Really,
it is, but not their name.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, not their name, so we're not going to roll with that. So they are just the Knights, so my bad on that one. Close side boards. UCF moving it up ice. Hit there laid right in front of us. UCF controlling it. Now right out in front. Oh, what a save there by Moore. He got it with the top of his stick. That prevented another goal for Farmingdale State. What a save right there.
Yeah, great save. Could have made it 10-1. It looked like we were headed in that direction. But beautiful positioning. And it was from point-blank range, so honestly, truly a great save.
Far side boards, UCF able to move it out of the defensive zone, but chipped back near that blue line by Farmingdale State. Bringing it into the zone now, right side circle. It's Conklin with it. Conklin trying to move it near the center of the ice there, but it's going to be picked up by Markopoulos. Left side circle, top of it. Quick shot there, but it's gloved by Moore. And Moore's made some pretty good saves since replacing Tebow.
Yeah, it's good to see that. You get your number 2 in there, and you get the guy that doesn't normally get as much playing time, but I would say it's definitely not a bad thing to see that out of your second goalie.
Face-off will be to the right of Tyler Moore here with 4:32 left in the second. Shots are 31-14 in favor of Farmingdale State. They're really showing their power in this tournament here today. Left side circle, now picked up by UCF. Schneider's going to head to the box after that. He just took down one of the Farmingdale State players. Looks like he took down O'Shaughnessy. So he's going to head to the box. That's going to be his third penalty of the game. I'm assuming it's going to be either roughing or interference. 2 players now with 3 or more penalties on that side between Schneider and the number 7, Tyler Walkingshaw.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of whistles in this one. I think for Farmingdale State, it's very good because you're not coming into this tournament lollygagging. You're not playing in your first game and taking it easy. They treated this like it was a championship game.
And you can't do that in the first game. I talked about it on the broadcast before this with Lou Gamlin. it's so important to win on day one of pool play. In the last, I believe it's the last like 4 or 5 years, no team that's lost on day one or even had a tie on day one has moved on. I believe all 3 of the teams last year were 3-0. One, Hope College, who were the eventual national champions last year, they were 2-1, and the only reason for that was they were 2-0, had already clinched their pool, and sat about half their team in that last game, including their starting goaltender, Austin Kane. Here comes UCF on a rush the other way. They're shorthanded right now, but it's a 1-on-2. Quick shot there, goes off the back glass. Looked like it got deflected as soon as he released it. And the player, I believe that was number 10, McGrath, will go for an immediate change after the shot. DiMartino the other way with a right side circle. Back to the point for O'Shaughnessy. He fakes the backwards pass. Oh, and the 95 gets taken down hard right in front of the net there. It was Wager who falls to the ground. Back to the point for Conklin. Ooh, a little bumping and shoving in front. Watch out here. It's Wager, and I think it's number 10, McGrath. Yep, it is McGrath. Ooh, McGrath just got spun around there. Oh, and then O'Shaughnessy, it's going to be a cross-check coming up here. It's, UCF players have their hands up, but they score! Conklin scores, and that'll negate the penalty. Actually, what will happen is that 49-second penalty to Schneider will come off the board, and a fresh 2-minute will go on there. I mean, UCF players were unhappy with that call, but it was a clear-cut call. It's a clear cross-check.
Yeah.
You can't let that go, otherwise this game is going to get way out of hand. So now we have a 10-1 lead for Farmingdale State. It'll be number 6, Tyler O'Rourke, going to the box.
Yeah, and there's a ton of frustration really mounting here with the goal deficit, and then with that call, like you said, the ref can't let that go.
No, you cannot. Like I said, things will get just way too out of hand, and that's how, you have to kind of contemplate that. Do you let them play a little bit more, but such a clear cross-check like that, you can't not call.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Otherwise, the game would get way too out of hand. I thought the officials have done a pretty good job of keeping this game as clean as possible so far. Yeah. But that,
and it's a two-player swing too, with the power play. Comes off with the 43, and then a new guy heads to the box.
It's a fresh 2-minute power play.
It's a fresh one.
They have the penalty up on the board on the wrong side, but it is a Farmingdale State power play. 10th power play of the game right now. They're 5-9. That is a dangerous power play.
Dangerous. They're dangerous when it's even.
Yeah.
But even more dangerous on the power play.
Another big hit there. Close side boards. Nice hit there from UCF's Rodney Lalonde. To the far side boards. Another hit there now laid by Farmingdale State. And I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of big hits as we go to the last 22 and a half minutes of play, as there's 2:40 left here in the second.
Yeah, and I still want to see big hits. You never not want to see it, but you also don't want to see it get, dirty or anything, too late after the whistle. You don't want to see it get ugly.
No, you don't want to see dirty hits, and you don't want to see guys get injured, obviously. If they're clean hits, no problem with it. It's a good hit. Far side boards, Farmingdale State has it. It's Halverson, plays it to the close side boards, now to the right side circle. Another shot, and they score! Number 19, Steven Azara buries it.
The deflection.
Yeah, it was a beautiful deflection as well. So at 2:15 left in the second period, it's now 11-1, and they are now 6 of 11 on the power play.
6 of 11 on the power play. That's going to be the storyline of the game.
And the crazy thing is, they started 0 for 3. So now they're what are they? So they're 7 of 9 in their last 9.
Right. It's mind-boggling.
That's just incredible as is.
But it was almost. But that also makes the first period so much more interesting.
Well, and Tebow, I think UCF, they came out with all they had. Obviously, it gets, as the game goes on, it usually seems to get uglier, I would say. But Tebow made some amazing saves, too. That first period could have been 5-6-0. Tebow kept this UCF team in this game as long as he could, but just too many shots and too many quality looks for Farmingdale State. They have 35 shots compared to 14. So, just right there alone, as there's a scrum in the far side corner, not the corner board, just on the far side boards. Watch out here between a couple of players. Those are really got to keep an eye out. Stick goes flying over here. That's really where you got to keep an eye out on those scrums on the corner. Big hit there laid. UCF player actually ends up getting knocked down with Schneider. But, that stick flying in there reminds me of the game I called a couple of days ago, as there's an icing call here. It was a game of third day of pool play for men's Division 2. Both teams were 0 for 2, so it didn't mean really anything other than pride. And I forget the team name off the top of my head, but they were down 2-0 at one point. They were down 2-0 at one point. And, 3-0, excuse me. It was a 3-0 game. My mistake. 3-0. They were down 3-2, and there was a rush the other way with under 10 seconds left in the game. This stick got knocked out of one of their better players' hands. I believe his name was Weislak or something close to that. I can't remember exactly. His stick actually went up over the netting and into the crowd. I'm looking at the stick, and then all of a sudden I look over, and the puck's in the back of the net, and the team tied it up with 8.8 seconds left, and they went on to win in overtime too. So it was a fun game for those seniors, for that team that leave their program on a win. But 8.8 seconds left, and they score the game-tying goal after a stick just went flying up into the crowd. As we have another penalty coming up here. This time it'll be on Farmingdale State's number 89, Dennis Kirschbaum. So UCF will head to their third power play of the game. We'll see if they can get one up on the board, see if they can get their second goal of the game here.
Yeah, hopefully for UCF. I mean, you got to see some type of improvement. You need to see a little bit of fight here with 1:10 left in the second period, because you don't want it to get to like 15-1 or 14-1. Who knows what the final is going to be? But you want to see 2-3 goals from UCF.
You want to try to carry momentum from the end of this second period and third period into your game tomorrow. UCF State, you just never know. So you want to get as many good vibes going as possible heading into the next 2 days of pool play, as UCF has it right at center ice.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better.
They bring it into the zone, but it's turned over, and Farmingdale State just clears it.
Obviously, the scoreboard doesn't show that. But I think that having to play Farmingdale, on the opening day gets you ready for the rest of the competition.
Big hit there late on the far side boards. Trying to clear it out as Farmingdale State. 15 seconds left in the period. Oh, guys kind of tumbling to the ground there. Puck ends up leaving the zone. 8 seconds left in the period. UCF's just going to hold it, it looks like, at center ice. And that's what they're going to do. Oh, it ends up getting thrown on ice, or on net, excuse me. It was before the buzzer, so no issue with that one there. But at the end of 2, it's kind of turned into a one-sided affair here as Farmingdale State leads 11-1. They just a barrage of goals. They scored 8 that period. Shots are 35-14 in favor of Farmingdale State. I'd ask your thoughts, but I think we all think the same thing. Farmingdale State's dominated from start to finish. They're up 11-1, so we're going to head to break.
I like that.
All right, so we'll be back in about 14 minutes or so for the third period here. Once again, Farmingdale State leads this one 11-1, excuse me. The UCF goal, they scored 1 in the second, but it's been all Farmingdale State here. We'll be back for the start of the third period.
Ever wonder how your mobile phone suggests a mocha latte frappuccino before your caffeine craving kicks in? Or how your car's GPS automatically suggests your route home? Or how Siri and Alexa understand you better than your parents do? Farmingdale's new Interaction Design program answers these questions and will inspire you to create the next generation of interface technologies. With an Interaction Design degree, you could land a position as a user experience designer, mobile interface designer, or interaction designer, among others. This is a booming industry with great starting salaries. So what is interaction design? Interaction design is a discipline that solves human problems by understanding human relationships with technology. In Farmingdale's pioneering bachelor's degree, you'll learn how to solve human problems using current and emerging technologies. Based on a user's needs, wants, and aspirations, you'll learn how to build digital and physical prototypes, organize information, and create storyboards and graphic interfaces that result in products that are beautiful and easy to use. Through the Interaction Design degree at Farmingdale State College, you'll learn skills that make you marketable across a wide array of industries, both today and in the future. To check out Farmingdale State College's Interaction Design program, visit farmingdale.edu/IXD.
Welcome back, hockey fans, here to the ACHA Men's National D3 Tournament. We're in the first day of pool play. We're with you here today, tomorrow, and Thursday for pool play. On Friday, we'll have the national semifinals, and on Saturday, it'll be the D3, the men's D3 national championship game over at Comerica Rink. About, 15, 20-minute drive from Plano, Texas that we're at right now?
Yeah, about a 15, 20-minute drive. Hopefully you don't get any traffic. There was a little bit of traffic this morning.
Oh, we were, Todd and I were almost late to our first game down in Dallas at that point, so a lot of traffic got built up.
Right. I do want to get to downtown Dallas at some point to just visit for at least a night one time this week.
Yeah, I do too. It'd be nice. I think Friday or Saturday will be our chance during the D3 semis and finals. But yeah, puck is dropped here. We're about 30 seconds into this period. UCF is on a power play, but they're also down 11-1 in this one. So they're going to try to find the back of the net a few times this period and try to chip away at this lead. But, I mean, at this point, it
sets them up nice going forward because it's today. And, you know,
UCF championship game is going on right now. It's Florida Gulf Coast against Northeast. Hit there. Run for big hits. 7:30 Central Time. It's the men's, correct? Beavers?
Yeah, you know when they're down
0, and then the other game, Iowa State defeated the number 2 seed U of M Dearborn. I think this final score was 3-2 in double overtime. That was a fantastic game to watch. I was running camera on that one, and it was an exciting one to be a part of for sure. It's the kind of stuff you let go, I think, if you're the officials. I think they've done a really good job keeping control of oh no, they're just calling back for defense. They do a really good job. But it's going to be a low-scoring game with pretty good defenses on. It should be a low.
But there have been a lot of games, and I'm of offense and defenses. You're right, those two teams.
Maybe with two great defenses there. Good job there by the linesmen to get, and then Azaro just kind of bumping and shoving going on, and I think that's one of the big storylines to watch. Brandon Blazek kind of getting into it a little bit to keep this game kind of in check and just get us to the end of it, basically, when you have an 11-1 lead.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to keep following, but if Florida Gulf, it's hard to get back to the national tournament every year, and that's impressive to make it, but to win it back-to-back years.
Great hockey out. You know, you have to beat teams.
Exactly.
And, I mean, that's just...
Minutes on the number left here in this third period. Shots 36-6. They have it back in their own zone. Just play it back behind their own net.
Yeah, and not Story, right? I mean, the Story...
One thing, but those we're going to have a hand pass here.
With almost, they beat Lindenwood yesterday, who was ranked. Even Minot's, first win against Illinois, I mean, they've
beaten the 1 and 2, so I think most people would have at least thought one of the had a tough road, and they've handled it well.
And I was like power play. They were down a man, and their entire bench, they banded together, and so that's another story the way they want to.
Yeah, as I say, if you're a fan of hockey all around, that should be a great game, and you can find that on the ACHA YouTube page, or you can stay along with us here with the men's D3.
Might I
yes,
add.
we were talking about that
Iowa
in the intermission.
State.
Yeah, I really liked Iowa State. We were in the back of the ACHA kind of standard jerseys. Those were clean. They got the palm trees on the shoulders. I'm sorry. Even their logo is really clean. I was even telling jerseys, too, that you got the...
Right, isn't that the cliche?
I guess that's going to be a fun game. Yeah.
Cristiano Simonetta's on the call. Quinn Kuski's going to be there doing color. I mean, you got great guys.
Sure, stuff them and stuff like that. And, you got to show that because, almost hurts more than just getting knocked out. You got to win. A little upset there with the no call. Back the other way. Oh, I'm thinking it might be the no call, or maybe he thought it was goaltender interference. I'm not sure, but shot well.
But we say that if not the best special to be able to deliver.
Up here with the schedule, kind of look at Air Force from pool play, the 2 and 3 seed. Leave, and he is. So Air Force will take on UCF tomorrow. That'll be a good game between to move out of pool play because the loser of that one, once you're 0-2, you're out for sure. There's you're not going to win a pool. Right. Going 0-2, most of the time you got to go 3-0.
And Ryan Jones, who I just called one of my last games with, I mean, he said it. He put it perfect. It's not play.
Yeah, and then the last game, 1-1 already. One's in the process of. I don't want to give the North such a superior look, but they've won. Last year they had 3 with Oakland, Hope, and Central Michigan. The low losing record, the only tournament team to do that, and they came out in the first game and beat Michigan State, who was the number 1 team in the country at the time. Top hats off to Quinnipiac last year for making a run. They ended up dropping dropping a game in the national semifinals to Oakland, who then Oakland lost to Hope, as Hope won it last year. And Hope was kind of looking to go back-to-back East Lansing at Michigan State on net. But Austin
Unbelievable. So
he's kind of carried Oakland match of last year's national champion forth. I think it was 1-0, 1-1, 3-1. It's a trip to the national tournament on the line, so just it means so much. A 5-4 game alone is a good game, but 12-1 shots, 37. Farmingdale State bringing it up ice. Left side circle. As a whistle comes in here, and we're going to have a face-off just outside the zone.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Budget Car Rental, the preferred rental agency of the ACHA. Hogan Transportation, official tournament partners of the 2019 ACHA National Championships. Edge Protect, protecting goalie skate blades since 2004 and official sponsor of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
We are back here from the media timeout here from Plano, Texas. We got Farmingdale State College versus Central Florida Knights. 7:57 remains in this third period. Farmingdale leading this one by a score of 12-1. UCF has it back in their own zone behind their own goaltender. UCF moves it up ice, and after this game on this sheet of ice, we'll have the number 1 seed out of the Pacific, Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the 4 seed from the north, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. So that should be a good game. Like we talked a little about Oakland, Kansas is undefeated on the season, but you have that Pacific region and that North region, and Oakland was a 4 seed last year and made it to the semis. They're a 4 seed again. We'll see if they can make a run once again, and we'll see if Kansas stays undefeated on the season and starts the tournament of pool play 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, that 1 seed is great, but now the competition, no matter who you've played in the regular season, it's nationals now.
It's thrown out the window. It doesn't matter who you've played or your record.
No.
You got to win games once you're here. We're going to have another penalty coming up here to Farmingdale State, I believe. It'll be a cross-check. It happened right in front of the net here with 7:23 left in the third. UCF just netted their 20th shot of the game, trailing out 37-20 in that category, and more importantly, trailing in this one by a score of 12-1. So,
but the thing is about this game, it's not like UCF was afraid to go at Farmingdale, or there's any kind of size difference, or Farmingdale didn't even control the boards. It was just the control of the puck, and their passing is just clinical. It's unbelievable. And then they skate so fast, and it's like almost in the blink of an eye. If you give up any sort of space, if you leave the door open even a little bit, the Rams are going to knock it down.
And UCF scores on the power play. I'm not sure who exactly netted it. We'll get you that information once they announce it. So it's 12-2 now with 7:08 left in the third. But like you said, UCF started the game off pretty well. Farmingdale didn't score their first goal of the game. We went 12 minutes without a goal, so it was 0-0 with 8.5 minutes left in that first period. So UCF came out strong. It just, it just
when it rains, it pours. A little bit.
Once Farmingdale State caught fire in that second period, they really never looked back. So number 5 scores for UCF. It's Donovan McKellen, from Bordentown, New Jersey. Puck goes out of play. Actually almost came pretty close to us.
Yeah, I'm just glad nobody got hurt. It went over the net and into the stands. We actually saw a nice catch of the puck in Game 1 over on the other rink I want to say it was one of the coaches on the bench. The puck flipped up off the ice, and the coach just caught it with his left hand just so cleanly.
You know, looking a little more closely at this UCF roster, I didn't notice this earlier, but number 12, Gonzalo Ruiz, the 5'11", 195 sophomore, actually from Madrid, Spain. So they have a Spain player on their team, which you don't really see in the ACHA very much. And then it's kind of funny. Then you go on the other side for Farmingdale State College. Not one player is not from New York. Like UCF has Ohio, Florida, Michigan, New Jersey, where else? Spain, like I mentioned, Illinois, Virginia. So they have from all over the place. You know, they even have a Canadian, Benjamin Tebow, who started the game for UCF, and then Farmingdale State. It's all New York.
Yeah, and I think Ramapo is kind of the same way. A lot of the players from the New York, New Jersey area, and if you go up a level in Division I, you see some guys from Sweden, Russia, but you're right, really not a boatload of international players. But that's interesting that he's from Madrid.
I know, right? Oh, that one hit the post there. 5:30 remains in this one. 12-2 is our score. With UCF having it back behind that. But, the Florida teams do. They do a little bit better recruiting-wise. They get a lot of the guys from the north. I know Florida, especially Florida Gulf Coast's D2 team, they have a ton of kids from Canada on that team. So they do a really good job of recruiting. And, heck, if I was getting rid of, they're going to call it a trip, but they're going to call it a high stick. At least.
It could have been both, though. It could have been both easily, especially the way they've called some ticky-tack penalties against UCF. They could have gone that way with it.
I think they call that more like if the game is in hand or close. There's no point in calling that at this point, in all honesty. So I think that's why you don't see the call being made. So from what I'm looking at the YouTube live stream here of our game, looks like we might be having some technical difficulties. Someone said the live stream was very glitchy. ACHA National Champions responded, we are currently having some networking issues. We apologize for the inconvenience. So we do truly apologize for that if that is the case, but we hope you are hearing us clearly right now, as this one is 12-2 in favor of Farmingdale State here. And we'll just have to we'll see if UCF can get a few more goals and carry some momentum into tomorrow, or if this one will remain 12-2. I'd be surprised if Farmingdale nets another one.
Yeah,
just
all about
sportsmanship,
momentum.
For Farmingdale. But yeah, if you're UCF, you definitely want to try to score one or two more. And like we said, 0-1 doesn't mean you're out.
No.
And you win the next two, you're 2-1, you have a chance to make it to the semifinals. But
right.
You gotta
flush the toilet on this one. Flush the toilet.
You gotta forget about it. I know that's tough, and you never want to. This is a blowout. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in any way. It's a blowout, and you never want to get blown out in sports. It's tough.
But they do happen.
They
happen
do
to every team.
Exactly, they happen to every team.
And you also got to tip your cap. This is a very good Farmingdale
State team, and it's after you get blown out, you got to look at how you respond. Now if they do they come in tomorrow not on the same level they are today, or do they come out flying, get a few quick early goals, get that momentum going, and win a game tomorrow? So it's all about how you respond after a blowout loss. Here's a breakaway. Oh, it was just out of reach actually. Montgomery comes out to play it the other way, but man, that could have been a nice breakaway chance for UCF right there, with just about 3:40 left in this third period. But yeah, I'm looking forward. Tomorrow's going to be a fun game between Farmingdale State and Grand Valley. Like I said, I've had the pleasure to call both of those games today, doing play-by-play, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually hoping I'm hoping I do play-by-play for that game tomorrow. That'd be a fun game to do, because this Pool A is stacked. I talked about it last game. 3 of the 4 teams in this Pool A were in the national tournament last year. That's a stacked pool if you ask me. We're going to have an icing coming up here. So we'll go all the way down into Farmingdale State's zone with 3:06 left here. And this Farmingdale State team is going to be dangerous in this tournament.
Yeah. The way they can handle the puck, the way they generate scoring chances, and the way they weave through the attacking zone. I mean, they got guys that can really handle the puck. And they play as a team. You know, they don't just have one or two guys. You talked about it. You rattled off a lot of scoring statistics. I mean, they don't just have one or two guys who lead the charge. I mean, everybody on the ice is capable of scoring from any point, really from anywhere. And that makes it hard to beat a team when you don't have to stop one or two guys. You have to stop the whole attack.
Yeah, so I was mentioning those games in Pool A tomorrow. The game between Farmingdale State and Grand Valley will be the last game of the night, actually, at 7:30. Oh, that's a big hit there laid from Farmingdale State. So that Grand Valley-Farmingdale State game will be the last game of the night at 7:30 p.m. The game between UCF and Air Force, I believe it's one of the earlier games, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that out. Yes, it is. It is the first game on sheet number 2 here, so that's at 10:30 a.m. So you can catch Air Force and UCF at 10:30 a.m., and at 7:30 you can tune back in for Farmingdale Grand Valley. It'll be a matchup of 2 0-1 teams and 2 1-0 teams, so should be some evenly good matched games. It should be some fun hockey in those two.
If my math is correct, there's 130 seconds left in this game.
Something like that. Yeah, your math is correct. Good job. 2:10 left. Farmingdale State going the other way. Plays it back behind the net of Moore. Far side boards. UCF bringing it up the ice. Pass up ice. Let's see if they can get a little rush going here. They actually got numbers. 3-on-2 shot. Oh, they score! UCF gets another one as it was number 12, Gonzalo Ruiz, the kid from Madrid, Spain, buries it. Got a nice little bounce there right in front of the net, and the kid from Spain makes it a 12-3 game.
You know, I usually don't ask for any type of praise, but I think both me and you deserve a little bit of credit for that UCF goal. It was talking about the kid that got him going, and that's 3 goals now for the Knights.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum. Kid from Spain scores. Nice little broadcast, comment can be made there. Gives us a little more to talk about in this 12-3 game. Don't even call it offsides. Oh, he did. I really thought the linesman was just going to let that one go with it being 12-3 and only a minute 39 left. But he decided otherwise, so we're going to have a face-off just outside Farmingdale State's zone. Shots are 40-24 in favor of Farmingdale State. UCF right on the doorstep again. Ooh, they threw one on net there. Had to be saved by the goaltender Montgomery. Here on the close side boards. That'll just get cleared out. Minute 24 left in this one. Nice little hit there laid in the corner boards. Played right out in front, but UCF's going to pick it up and play it the other way. Back behind the net, Schneider giving chase. Schneider actually forces a miss play there on the puck from Farmingdale State, and then Montgomery has to make the save, and we'll have a face-off to his left as we count down the end of this game with 1:02 left. Farmingdale State up 12-3 in this one. So if you want to look at kind of the Farmingdale State college stats from this one, with 12 goals, the leading goal scorers, I think a couple guys had 2 apiece. Number 10, Brian Conklin, the captain, had 2 goals himself, as well as number 18 had 2. That's Joey DiMartino, the sophomore from New York. Let's see, 91, Matthew O'Shaughnessy had 2, the senior from North Babylon, New York. I hope I'm saying that city name correct. And then a few other guys had 1 goal apiece from UCF. They had 3 goal scorers in this one with all 3. The 3 goals had a different score for each of them. Number 20 led off the scoring with Andrew Schneider, the senior from Great Falls, Virginia. Number 5 then added 1, Donovan McKellen, the 6'1", 180 freshman from Bordentown, New Jersey. And then the kid from Madrid, Spain, the sophomore, 5'11", Gonzalo Ruiz closed up the scoring as 8 seconds remain in this one, and that's going to do it here from Pool A play for the day one here, the ACHA Men's D3 National Tournament. After this, we have the number 1 team from the Pacific and the number 4 team from the North, Kansas, taking on Oakland. That should be a good one. I'll actually be on color call for that. My partner on the other side of the rink, Todd Corder, will be on play-by-play for that one. But 12-3 win for Farmingdale. You know, they look really good.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorites going forward in the tournament. I mean, they obviously showed up to the rink as one of the favorites. But they left it all out there on the ice. There's not much more we can add to it. They got so many guys that can score, and I mean, they're looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of this pool play to open things up here.
Yeah, and we'll see, like I said, in a blowout loss, you got to really look at how do you respond, especially in pool play where it's game after game after game, 3 straight days. So
Right.
We'll see how they respond tomorrow against Air Force. Like we said, they'll take on Air Force at 10:30 a.m. That's a matchup of 2 0-1 teams. Later that night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, it'll be Farmingdale State taking on Grand Valley, matchup of 1-0 team. So those should be 2 good games. Thank you again for listening in. I'm Jared Nyland alongside Justin here. It's been fun. 12-3 game, not close, not really what we wanted to see, but you go with what you got, and that's what we did here today. So 12-3 once again, Farmingdale State defeats Central Florida Knights. Thank you again for listening to the ACHA Network, and make sure you tune in to the rest of the men's D3 National Tournament as the week moves on. Thank you again.